Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena coming live from my office right here in cold Michigan. So as you can see, we're finally into Chapter 12. I'm hoping to really get quite a bit through Chapter 12 just because we want to unlock the Elder Tree. It's what we're trying to do right now. We have to get through 12-40 to unlock the Twisted Realm so we can actually start getting Essence in there. So we're going to go ahead and push the campaign quite a bit. As you see, we've gotten Shamira up to not only Mythic, but I did get her Spirit Orb up to +6. She is going to be our main carry. What's going on, guys? She is going to be our main carry on this account with Rose. So I'm going to run it just like we did with the Belinda Rose combo, but I'm going to do the Shamira Rose combo, even though we have Belinda up just because we got more copies of her. But I do want to go ahead and do a couple summons here. We got a couple scrolls. We got a couple faction scrolls, which I want to summon Graveborn. We're going to try to max out the copies of Shamira as soon as we can. What's going on, Javid? So I'm hoping we can get some copies. I do want a couple copies of Odin as well, which we get an elite right off the bat. A copy of Leica. Okay, that's okay. Still like Leica. She's very, very powerful, especially when paired with other wilders. Nothing there, and I think we're going to go ahead and spend, or probably save a couple gems. I'm going to save my gems right now, just because I want to save to get some more summons here. So I'm not going to switch. We might switch a little bit later to do the summons. What's going on, guys? What's going on, Dave? So we'll go ahead. We'll push the campaign a little bit. I don't think you've seen yet, Javid. We did get Shamira up to Mythic. We have her signature item plus 6 already. I used some of the chests from the Tassie event to get the emblems to get them up, which look at her just absolutely dominating the campaign, which is what we wanted. Belinda will probably swap out in a little bit to get some more CC. Unfortunately, right now, looking at our team comp, we don't have much CC short of Pharrell, and we only have them to the Elite Plus level. So what do you guys got going on tonight? And it seems like the combination of Shamira and Lucius is very, very powerful. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Javid, is we're going to run her for quite a while, all the way up through probably chapter 20 at least. And with the ability to get copies of her, because I think in the Tassie event I just got another copy of her. So we need one more Elite Plus, and then we could possibly get her already to Ascended. We're in chapter 12 right now, Wolf. And this is 100% free to play. As much as I would like to buy the final piece to get Tassie, we're going to stick with the free to play. So we're not going to spend our dollar. I know. I seen that, Dave. And that's going to be so, so cool. The 50 summons that are coming up. If you guys don't follow the AFK Arena Facebook page, they have a lot of stuff on there. They post a lot of stuff. They're going to give away 50 scrolls. I think it's like a 3-day event. I say to drop Belinda for Folks. Yeah, I would, Luke. I'm not even sure on this account if we have Folks yet. I like the Folks combination, definitely. Folks or Pharrell would be the two, because Pharrell does have the fear and the energy disintegration, which makes a very, very big difference. I know it's a little bit early, but either way, we'd have the 4-set bonus or we'd have the 3-2 set bonus. Could I use Arthur and Lucius both as tanks? I'm thinking. Yeah, I do, Donnie. I use both of them. And I've used them quite a bit. If you watch the chapter 27 and 28 videos, when I use my double tanks, I use Lucius and Arthur. That's the two tanks that I switch between. A lot of people do Grez, but I don't use Grez. I stick with Arthur and I stick with Lucius, so I stick with those two. What's going on, Motas? Yeah, Belinda to Ascended is pretty good. Am I a member of Casuals? Yes. Yep, my main account, I am a member of Casuals, which I've been for, I think, a couple months now. I think it's been a couple months already. So we do a lot of stuff. They do a lot of concept, a lot of development, a lot of hero testing. So even when Oscar came out, they've done a lot of testing with Oscar, because with the ability to pay to win, but to buy the heroes, get them to 5 stars, you can actually see the full potential of the hero because it's already leveled up. So it's pretty easy. Is having many ascended heroes better than few ones with lots of stars? It is, Koa, just because if you look, so getting heroes to ascended, so actually going up and leveling them up, raises their stats by 20%. So when you have a hero that's Mythic Plus, when you take her to Ascended, the stats go up 20%. When you go from Ascended to 1 star, it's only a 2.5% difference. So very, very small difference when you're adding stars to a hero as compared to Ascending. That's why even with all my faction teams, I went to 5 stars, or I went to the 5 Ascended heroes first, because that makes a big, big difference compared to just adding stars to the heroes you already have. Should I get Belinda to Mythic Plus or wait for one more challenger? I would just do it now, Willow. It's not going to make a difference if you ascend them now and then when you get another copy, just ascend. It makes a big difference. And even going from Mythic to Mythic Plus, again, it's a 20% bonus in stats. My Ascended Chimera is stronger than my 1-star Belinda. Chimera, her damage falls off quite a bit when you hit around chapter 20 to 21, because her damage over time doesn't produce enough damage to counteract the healing that heroes are doing. That's where her damage kind of starts falling off. Where Belinda carries a heavy enough nuke that she can get heroes down, Belinda usually doesn't have the ability to get, or Chimera doesn't have the ability to get them down. Just because she doesn't have enough nuking damage. I already have 3 Ascended Lightbearers. A lot of my team, so the first heroes I got of any faction were Lightbearers. Even with my main account, when I started it about a year ago, was Lightbearers. Lilith kind of pushes it to Lightbearers, and a lot of the summons you do are usually Lightbearer heroes. It just happens that way. But Chimera has SI 15, which Chimera, so even on this account, since Chimera is going to be our carry for most of it, getting Chimera to a plus 20 signature item makes a big, big difference. Pushing it all the way to plus 30 is not that big of an increase in stats nor damage. So even with Chimera, is I would stop at level 20 SI with Chimera. Belinda I would take to 30, Rowan positively going to 30, any of the Celestials, Hypogeans 30, Rose 30, long before I would do Chimera. Yeah, staying at the SI 20 makes sense for Chimera. Like I said, there's not a lot of reason to get her much further than that because it doesn't make that big difference in ability. Which this one we got destroyed by Savius in the back. What do I find in the red chest in the new event? Did you finish the event? Did you finish the Tassie event already? Who's your favorite character design? Mine is Titus. Character designs, there's a couple. I love a lot of the Hypogeans. They're so cool how they're designed, especially like Taylene. Not just for her abilities, but how she looks. She looks very, very cool when she's attacking. Isabella's very cool. How it's kind of a weird demonic casting. How much we haven't done anything on this account today. I don't have T2 stones yet. T2 stones, I think, come in chapter 26. I think it's like 26-2. That you start getting the T stones, the tier stones. Yeah, that's what I thought, Rem, was chapter 26. Khazard's very cool. Even on my main account, I don't have him. So I've never really used him. Short of having him temporarily, like in the Labyrinth runs. The problem that I've heard with Khazard is he is a super, super glass cannon, similar to like Isabella. is if somebody attacks him most of the time, especially if you have Chaos backline that can hit him, he dies really, really easy. Does a lot of damage, has a ton of CC, if you can keep him alive. I started before you on the free-to-play, and you are so close to beating me. Or we're getting there, D1 Kazard. You got to think, depending how long you've been playing this game, I know specifically, even looking at the hero comps that I have, who I'm building, who we're focusing on, and I know Shamira is a really solid carry. Even if you look there, almost completely killed K-Sauce right off the bat with her Soul Siphon. And as long as you get a shield from Lucius, it just absolutely destroyed. Choose the red chests. Yeah, I picked the red chests in here. Red chests from the event are the best purchase. As you get further in the game, red chests are very, very rare. So the more that you can accumulate, especially early, the better. Just because when you get further in the game, it's going to be a lot easier because you already have red chests accumulated. And then focusing on heroes like Rowan that just has a huge, huge support class. For pretty much the entire game, he's used for everything, just like the twins. But focusing on... What's going on, William? I got 80 light cards and 120 red chests. Yeah, that's good. And with the faction accounts, I did buy... I did all red chests with faction accounts. If you haven't checked out today's video earlier, I went with all red chests, which I had very, very horrible luck. What do you need help with? Umbrino. If you've seen earlier, I only got through the first island on the Wilders and the Lightbearers, and got to the third island on the other two. See you later, D1. Maulers are mostly trash. Yeah, and that's because of their lack of CC, Donnie. That's really the biggest thing. Maulers don't have CC. Short of Titus, which dies super, super quick. I'm actually making notes right now on Titus. I was using him... So as the rotation on the faction accounts, I've been going through and using different heroes. And Titus seems really good with Screg. So if you put Screg up front with Titus behind him, because Screg pushes the front line all the way to the back, providing a lot of cover for Titus. And that's exactly what he needs. What's going on, Ed? Yeah, Arthur is super tanky. If you get Arthur, still to this day, I have never seen Arthur's weapon. I've even refreshed the store, use 100 gems every day for the guild store to refresh. Still have never seen Arthur's weapon. I don't know what I'm cursed with to never see his weapon, but I'm hoping someday I can find his weapon. It's the only one I need. Who's better for healing, Rowan or Namora? Rowan. Rowan is because from the healing aspect, Namora does really, really good. Her Beguile skill is good, but the problem with Namora is a majority of the time, even later in the campaign, your heroes die before Namora can heal, essentially. So that's the biggest problem that I found with Namora, is by the time you take burst damage, if you take burst damage, Namora is not going to heal it. Namora doesn't have enough time. She has to build up. She has to ult. She doesn't have enough build up to really be super effective in the healing class unless you can survive long in the battle. With that being said, though, is when you pair Namora with Almas, they increase each other's healing so it can heal over time. And that's why the Wilder team has such solid synergy. Is not only that, when paired with Leica, is you're increasing the haste, making Namora and making Almas heal faster. So it's kind of that whole cycle of how well they go, how well they go together. You have the weapon and the helmet. Well, let me borrow the weapon, and I'll give you. I have the T1 and the T2 stone to use for his weapon. Like I said, when I find it. Yeah, Lucius. Between Arthur and Lucius, Arthur and Lucius. Lucius I like better just because he shields the whole group, where Arthur is super tanky, but it's only for himself. He does increase the DPS of heroes behind him substantially, but as far as survivability, it's just him. He has to be able to survive. Because if he dies, it pretty much cripples the whole formation. Where Lucius, if you have any heroes that will cause damage to the back line, Lucius will keep him alive. Yeah, Belinda's really good. Iran is really good. I love him on my Wilder account. I've been playing around with it a little bit, doing the faction towers. What do you need for game advice? Umbron, if you pop some questions in there, a lot of people here, Javid, Pseudo, a lot of people who are really experienced with the game can answer them. Just go ahead and put a question and we'll get it answered. Who is better first ascended, Rose or Falks? Rose, Emilio. Rose, of course, because Rose is dependent on her stats to buff the stats of other heroes. She's really, really good. Falks is similar to Rowan, where he can survive on a higher level with the same skill set. So he works really, really well, even if you don't have him ascended. If you just have him at Mythic Plus, he'll still work really well. Same with Rowan. Rowan doesn't have to be your first ascended. He'll work just fine, even being, Mythic or Mythic Plus. Yeah, Euron's very, very cool. Yeah, I think there's a couple changes that they could definitely do. Adding a couple more things. I know. So here, Soul Reaver, still can't hit 100 with this combination. Tried it a bunch, but taking off auto. I got a couple comments today how we've been getting a lot more of our blooms. Taking it off auto is kind of the big thing. Lucius, I have to shield early or we'll lose him. He'll actually die. So we're doing pretty good here. But the second that I ult, he puts a dot on us when we ult. But I don't want to lose Belinda in the back, which we did anyways. And that'll take down Lucius. Usually when Lucius goes down, we got more potions up. Then we can double ult. Does anyone feel like Rowan? Rowan, I've never had a problem with, Donnie. I've C67. We can retry this one more time. Belinda has a tendency to die pretty early, even though she's got the best gear we have right now. What's inside the red boxes? You have 5 different heroes. In the red box, the final red box, you get either Tassie, Wukong. I forget the other ones. I think Shamira's in there. Because now, with her up, we can have Belinda can ult. Might have been a little bit too early on that one. But as long as we hit around 70. You have Baden. Probably not right now. As long as we hit 70, 71, I'm good with that. Which here we've been looking, so I'm still trying to get these cards. We have 3 more, so maybe, as you can see, I'm only on floor 2. Haven't had the best luck with these ones either. Oh, there it is. We got it. Oh, we got it, guys. Very, very nice. And we still have one more summon. Look at that. So island number 3. So we got those cards. So we'll go, thinking at this point, go for gold chests. I'm thinking, yeah, we'll go for these emblems. Just because the red ones are going to sit there for an exorbitant amount of time. Have you ever tried the Mobile Legends Adventures? I think I have. A lot of the games, even here, I've done. This one I actually started because of FG and, of course, Vulcan. The red box means you choose like 100 boxes. I guess it's name, local selection. Yeah, the final box, you get one of these heroes. This red chest here, you get Chimera, Brutus, Tassie, Wukong, or Oscar. Faction accounts, I picked all 4 of the faction heroes, of course, which was a definite bonus, but we're going to get a lot of, so 40 more fodder cards. Look at that. Ah, it's so much fodder. So nice. We do have 400 of these too. Go ahead and collect those up. We'll see. So I'm thinking we should probably be able to get, we got Leica up, we got Namora up, we got a lot of copies there of Veden. Oscar. So a lot of people that have been using Oscar said that he is very, very good in PvP when it comes to the campaign. Not very good at all with the campaign, unfortunately. So here, oh, we're still not going to have any fodder. I wonder if, because Oden we want to build, Pharrell and Nara, but see, we're not running all Graveborn, so we're going to have to get rid of somebody here. Because I would like to get Chimera up. I can't decide between Oscar and Monkey. Got Tassie, Chimera, and Brutus already ascended. Oscar and Monkey are a very tough choice because I hear both of them are very, very dependent on PvP. As both of them are really, really good on PvP. Because see if I'd have to use Pharrell or Nara plus Isabella, which I don't mind Isabella. But Nara and Pharrell I would like to keep. See, I don't think we're going to be able to get anybody up here. Still been trying to build her, but I would love to get another fodder to get Lucius up to at least legendary. Maulers, not really anything there. Wilders, on the other hand, which we already have an Arden maxed. But I'd like to build Tassie. If you don't know, Tassie is awesome, but so is Mora and Leica. I don't know, that's a tough call, but we'll see if we can get anything up in the Elder Tree, which we haven't unlocked yet. And unions drive me insane because they show up. It shows that I have to do a union, but I don't have anything in there. And bounty board, of course, Javid, your favorite part. Estrelda really helps. Yeah, there's a couple of heroes. That's why they give Estrelda with your first purchase. So if you spend $1, you get the free hero. Yeah, I need one more wolf. I think that's how the game always gets us, is a lot of times you just need one more hero. Even with 40 fodder, what it gave us, the 2 copies of Elite plus Veden, still not enough to get some heroes up there. Yeah, Oden, people have said, is absolutely phenomenal. Even for the fact that with his energy disintegration and his formation altering, super, super powerful. Probably one of the most powerful heroes, similar to like a Khazard, that they've put out lately. Some of the new heroes are just crazy energy. No, he's not a carry, but they said when you look at the Graveborn team, she'll essentially just replace Isabella when it comes to overall damage and everything else. Is that he does a ton of damage, especially when he gets all 3 eyes up. And the only one completely. She's very, very good. Yeah, she's watching her on my Graveborn account. It's kind of crazy how Nara works and kind of the dynamics they built with her. And for such a long time, I'd never used her. I wonder if we can progress a little more. Do another summon, hopefully another elite, or at least a little bit more fodder. What's going on, Dark Wolf? Yeah, Maulers are... Maulers have always needed help, which this one I'm actually going to go I'm going to spend it because we want to hopefully get a Graveborn here and then get a Graveborn card. Oh, which we got an elite. It is Nara. Look at that. Another copy. Which Nara I would definitely like to build. We'll stick with our Graveborns here. Play Chimera for Pharrell. And we got Isold. Chimera for Pharrell. Depends where you're at, because who's your main damage, Leo? Who are you carrying for the damage on that team? Here we get another copy of Eden, but I'm not sure I have. See, now we have double Nara at this point. Yeah, Nara Pharrell is very good, especially with Athalia. Super, super powerful. So again, we could use... I'll use Isabella, but Nara and Pharrell and Oden, we're still one short. Here we might have enough though, which we do. This will help us a lot. Even though I want to build Cecilia, Lucius will be absolutely awesome at Legendary. Huge, huge difference when it comes to Legendary. I think the other ones were still stuck. So this one we're just waiting for one more. If we get a copy of Eden, if we got a copy of Isold. Isold I built on my main account. He's okay. I'd say he's probably okay at best. As long as you can keep him alive is kind of the big point. Which here we'll go ahead and we'll get Rowan up a couple levels. Because that in turn will get Lucius up a couple levels, which is what we want. Belinda worth the upgrade? Yeah, Belinda's super powerful. She does a ton of damage. A ton of burst damage too. Even there, Lucius just died almost off the bat. But I'm hoping we can get a double ult here without Rose dying. Because there's our stun. Which will work. Yep, we got it. Twins versus Taylene. You can't really compare Twins versus Taylene because they're such a huge dynamic support class for what they are. Taylene in the campaign, Taylene is absolute monster, where Twins are used for almost most every aspect of the game, and that's what makes the Twins so powerful, is when you look at a lot of different aspects of the game, you use Twins. When it comes to bosses, you use Twins. When it comes to Twisted Realm, you use Twins. When it comes to event bosses, you usually use Twins. Where Taylene is straight campaign pusher. If you look at a lot of people with Taylene, yep. So what a lot of people have done, especially the big spenders, is they'll spend like $3 or $4 grand off the bat. They'll unlock the Stargazer, so VIP 13, which you can get off the bat. Once you have the Stargazer, is they spend every single gem and every single card to get Taylene. So I've seen people that were on the exact same level I am, that's on like level 60, level 70, with a 5-star Taylene. And with the 5-star Taylene, you can literally push through probably the first 15 to 18 chapters just having Taylene. She'll do it usually by herself. Who should I use my guaranteed Stargazer for? I have the Twins at Legendary. I would use Taylene. I would go Taylene. Taylene's a hero that you just have to have the dedication to build. Even with free to play, like I was doing the summons here, if I saved all of my diamonds, so it just banked everything I had, even free to play, once I hit the point of being able to use the Stargazer, I'd be able to get quite a few copies of her just banking gems. I mean, even look at the diamonds they've given up with codes over the past couple weeks, even the past month. You could get at least a couple copies of Taylene, even as free to play, just saving everything to summon for Taylene. They need to nerf Shamira's alt. It procs when time is frozen. That's the big thing that everyone has said with her alt, is if you see it still does the dot. That's what makes her super powerful as a carry. Especially if you have her like I do, that's leveled up far beyond most of my other heroes. Do you think Mizoth is more useful than Khazard? I do. I like Mizoth. I only have him. I was using him at chapter 27 as elite because he has a CC like Falks, which is super powerful. I know Khazard, once you get Khazard scaling, he's very, very good, but Mizoth is very good off the bat. And even if you have him like on an energy rotation team, like a Rowan and Twins, you can keep the guy in your belly doing damage for a majority of the match. Have you noticed that Falks' alt cancels Savius' alt? Yeah, there's a couple things, like they even said if an enemy takes a lot of damage, it can cancel the alt, which I've seen a couple times, I've noticed. Is the placement of heroes on which list affect the hero you get? No, Emilio, as far as I know, it's not supposed to have any bearing. They did change the wish list a while ago that you will only pull heroes that are on the wish list from summons, which is very, very cool. Yeah, Falks' alt, that's another thing that makes Falks so powerful, is his alt. Is not only does he buff the defense on your team, is he removes a majority of the debuffs on your team, and he removes the majority of buffs on the opponent's team. So one of the big things that I've noticed with Falks is using him when you're fighting Sophia, because Sophia puts on that awesome static field ability, and Falks will actually take it off of the hero that's closest to you. So I wait till as soon as she pops that static field, and then I remove it. I remove the static field with Falks' alt. You know the event on 30 Flowers? I got Lucius first try. Very cool support. Yeah, if you've seen my Lightbearer, I got my red chest on the very, very last pull. So I literally cleared every flower on the board, which is kind of crazy, but it did. It cleared every single one on the board. Go ahead and collect up a little here. Let's see what else we got. One more Labyrinth clear, which I think we do have the Labyrinth here. That'll give me 12k. I might be able to do a summon with that. Let's see. I think I started this. Yeah, I started this. Yeah, that's really good. Like, have you seen most of my heroes got to Island 2, which I think I had like 1,700 of those flowers. Do you guys ever think Mizoth would be a viable DPS if he is hybrid leveled? He doesn't do that much DPS because ultimately he is a tank. He doesn't do that much damage, but the big thing that everyone's using him for is the CC aspect of it. That's the big thing, is the CC that he brings. I don't think she's doing great. Yeah, I would stick with either or with those. Shamira will carry you to a point, because even here I have her at Mythic, especially with her signature item. As soon as you take down 2 heroes, so the 3 heroes left, 2 heroes left, and 1 hero left, she does more and more damage. So she excels as soon as we kill a hero, or when you kill 2 heroes, then her damage goes through the roof. And that's where it's really powerful, because when you're fighting bosses, there's only one, so her damage with the signature item is already at the max because you only have 1 target. Is it worth ascending Lucius to Mythic? Yes, I would definitely ascend Lucius to Mythic, even if you don't have the copies. Most heroes I would recommend leaving at Legendary Plus unless you know that you're building them. If you know it's a hero 100% you're building, like Belinda, I would definitely take her higher. If it's a hero you're kind of questioning, don't take them above Legendary Plus, because then they can't be used as food anymore. Which I think we're going to lose Rowan on this one. Oh, Lucius healed him. This one I like, especially because, look, if enemy is injured within the first 10 seconds of battle, all allies receive 15% of damage. Having Chimera here just absolutely devastates the damage that you put out. Yeah, fodder's good, but fodder comes with time. And that's where getting red chests. Red chests don't come with time. Firebringer always. Fire and Icebringer and the Moon and Sunstone. What's going on, Sam? Yeah, Chimera on this I'm going to use probably for quite a while. We can do light bear defense because we do have quite a few light bears here. I know Rowan died on that one because I wasn't paying attention. But we'll put in Namora for now. Namora's probably going to die too, though. Because of Entendra's going to go back row. Just like that. Maybe? Yep. Yeah, the Voodoo is better, but I think I usually don't have any problem with Chimera with the amount of damage she's putting out right now. This one I don't like because most of the battles don't last that long. Which we just lost our healer, but I'm hoping we got a 50-50 chance here to bring Rowan back. So we'll see right here. Never ever take this. If you kill him, you get to use him, which isn't worth it. The Dark Wagon usually just absolutely destroys you, which we did bring Namora back. I thought about it, Ivan, on I just don't know which account that I would make my own guild. Because I don't want to make a guild because I don't spend that much time on one account, just going between all of my different accounts a majority of the time. See you later, Umbron. What's going on, Marty? I reached chapter 14, but the emblems didn't show up. I'm not sure at what point in 14 that they do show up. I got Oscar to legendary. Should I use him? Oscar, I've heard a lot of people have said that Oscar is really good in PvP, but in the campaign, he is not good at all. That's what I've heard from guildies from Oscar, is PvP is definite, but everything else he does not excel at. Which we're getting pretty tore up here. Santandra, just her little flurry kick right off the beginning has a tendency to kill people pretty quick. I know, 50 scrolls. When and how do you use Chimera carry? Chimera will actually carry pretty much all by herself. She's very, very self-sufficient. If you're doing a Chimera carry, you just over-level her. She's the main focus until you get her at least to Ascended. Once you have her there, she can tank. Some battles she can tank all of it by herself. Which is kind of crazy. We might have to sit him in the back. I'm going to try to save some for the boss. Yeah, that's the problem that I found. Taylene is the best carry of the game. Yeah, Taylene can do it all. She's one of the only heroes that can literally do it all. She heals. If she dies, she comes back to life. It's kind of crazy with what she can do. 10 scrolls per day. I think they're just going to give you the 50, is what I heard. Is that they were just going to give you the 50 scrolls. I have Sophia Verk and Masu Wilder folks. Yeah, fodder is, you'll always need fodder. Unfortunately, that's how the game is built. But a lot of times you get a ton of the fodder when you're waiting to get over the walls. The big one is the leveling wall when you need hero essence, which is the point where all of my accounts are at right now, needing hero essence. Everything I need hero essence with. Which, of course, Brutus's shield doesn't help. You get Stargazer after getting... Yeah, it's 15 unlocks the faction towers. 16 is the Stargazer. So it takes a little while. Which is better? Chimera will do a carry. If you're new to the game, go with Chimera. Belinda takes a lot more time to build. And especially with... Yeah, but with Belinda is you'll have a lot of other light bearers. With that being said, though, I would bank all of your copies of Belinda, at least take her to Legendary Plus. That way, when you want to build her, you'll have copies of her to build her, which will make it a lot easier in the long run. Yeah, but you'll build both, just like I do here. Here's Chimera, here's Belinda. Chimera and Belinda. Essentially, for the time being, though, is I will swap out one for CC as soon as I get someone to put in for CC. But on this account, like I said, with it being free to play, I'm going to stick with Chimera just because I know the carry. What's going on, Willow? Yeah, first Chimera, then Belinda. Especially, like I said, if you're newer to the game, I would definitely go with Chimera. It makes it a lot easier where Belinda just takes a little more time and effort. And look, there it is, our first mythic gear. I have 0 mythic gear so far. Not enough for stones there. Still nothing. Got a lot more labyrinth tokens though, but again, we're going to focus on Chimera so we can work her up and get her to Ascended, which would be very nice. So we got 3 more scrolls there. I don't think that's enough for a summon. Nope. So summons we are stuck at. We'll go ahead and push the campaign a little bit, see if we can maybe get 1 or 2 more stages down here. I use solo Chimera. Yeah, Chimera can solo lab. You can get her alt off so fast. It's kind of crazy. T2 gear. The stones come in chapter 26. I think it's 26-2 is the exact stage when they start dropping. I think Veden's going to kill. Maybe. He's going to be stuck in a gridlock because he's going to go bat for him. That's going to be close. I don't think she's not going to have enough to get him down. That's why I don't like Veden. Because that's what he does a lot of times. I wonder if we can put him down here and kill Veden. Probably about 15 more minutes. I usually stream for about an hour. Is Yukio good in any stage of the game? So far, no. Unfortunately, for a lot of people like myself that bought him, not very good. Not very good so far. Used him for a couple different things. I still have to test him quite a bit more. But I wonder even if we swap maybe Pharrell in here. Which Pharrell might be good just because of the fear aspect of it. See, if we can stun fear them for a second, makes a big difference. But nope, we might be stuck in the campaign. Yeah, he still is Kaboom. Trying him out a couple times, he's pretty disappointed. Is refreshing Lab Restore worth it? No. By the time you accumulate tokens, there's no reason to refresh the Labyrinth store. How much longer are you going to be streaming? Probably about 10 more minutes. I usually stream about an hour. After that, Comcast kind of gets a little screwy with everything. Next faction video. I usually do them Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I do one of the faction videos, and then I do sometimes a little in between, depending what's going on. Yeah, I could actually throw Shamir up front. I have 3 accounts, and I have yet to get Shamira. Already have. Wow, that's a pretty good deal. Shamira was actually, I think, thinking back, I think she might have been the first pull we did. I think it might have been one of the first heroes we had on this account. Or pretty close. And this is what I do with progression on even the faction accounts. Is when I get them all loaded up and everything, is I've been pushing the faction towers as much as I can. And I actually had to make an adjustment to the faction teams. So I'll talk about it probably in a video tomorrow. I'll put a video out and we'll talk about it. So what I did in the faction teams is, because I have so many of the primordial emblems, so the regular emblems, I unlocked all of the signature items for all the heroes that are in the non-faction specific heroes that I'm using. I went ahead and unlocked all of the signature items, because what I'm realizing is when it comes to the tower, I don't have enough to push the tower because I'm missing the signature items, essentially. So since the core heroes that make up the faction accounts already have the +10 or higher signature items, I started unlocking the off hero signature items. What server is the free-to-play account? This is the test server. I run it on the test server. That way we can kind of see everything first. I got another achievement. Oh, not enough for anything. Look at that. Light bearers. Which I think the void... we can actually... one thing I did want to do... I know last time we stopped the peaks with the runes. Which we were here picking up our treasures. Is where we stopped last time. Yeah. Couldn't remember where the green lever is. There is the green lever. So now we can actually go through a bunch of different ways in here. I want to say if we hit this one, I think we hit this one and then go through this portal. If I'm remembering right, because then that way is open. We can go right through up the green side. Yep. I did want to finish this. Grez is not fodder. No, Grez is actually really good. He has a lot of situational abilities. He's definitely a good hero. At the moment, I'm trying to get Shamir up to Ascendant. I like food and Gresser seems... He's good. It also depends on who you have. I mean, Grez is a hero, and just like I've done with some of my heroes, is Grez is a hero that eventually, if you want to build him, you can build him because you can buy him from the shop. He's not super difficult because you can get him from the shop. So if you want copies of him, like I said, you can get copies of him because you can buy him. Eventually you'll get him. You're welcome, Gigi. Or Gigi. I know we were almost through this one last time. Yeah, any of the Celestials and the Hypogeans, it's just about getting copies of them. That's really the big thing. Is if you really want to focus on them, like really focus on them, and you really want to pull copies of them, save all your gems. I mean, that's really the biggest thing you can do. Is bank all the gems you get until you get the heroes you want. This one, oh, I love the Deadly Embrace. If I don't have to do 15% more damage on all the heroes, definitely a bonus. Is there an advantage for waiting for a 10? Yes. Yeah, JP. If you're doing individual scroll pulls, I think the 10 pulls are the only ones that count for the if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the ones that only count for the wish list. That's why they say never do individual pulls, always do the 10 pulls. I used to purchase heroes as food. Nice. Just buying heroes to kill them. So let me see. So this side, I think, I wish I could scroll out on this to be able to see this map. But I want to say this is all cleared up here. So the green side's there. Hit the white or the yellow lever. Yeah, they're two absolutely perfect relics. Which through here, I believe now we can go up here. Just pulled a Tailene. I've still only pulled 2. All this time I've pulled 2 copies of Tailene. Neither one of them were on my main account. They were both on the alt accounts. Have a good night, Marty. What's going on? From the Mid-East. We have quite a few players. It is the Monkey King, the easiest to build since he's in the shop. The Monkey King is good, but he's very good in PvP. There's a lot of other heroes you'll use instead of him, so he'll be replaced pretty easy. Now we're picking up a little more gear. I think we got to hit the blue stone here. So we'll swing back by. Yeah, I've noticed that with YouTube as well. As YouTube, if you haven't checked out the channel, is just absolutely crazy blowing up because everyone's at home. I mean, everyone's at home, everyone's quarantined. So over even the last month, I believe I've had like 11 or 1,200 new subscribers. So thank you guys for joining me. It's absolutely awesome. Crazy to think that it was just like 4 months ago we hit 1,000 subscribers, and now this month we'll probably hit 5,000 subscribers. So to me, that's just absolutely crazy. We'll clean this out, and this place will finally be done. I was waiting. I almost didn't think about it tonight. And Thorin's a hero that I've really, really grown to hate. He's very, very good, but I hate fighting him. And his stupid dot always kills everything. Which we'll go ahead and make Shamir a little tougher, pick up these, and then I think we have the red lever and we're done. We just have to open up this red one, which is all the way back around to here. When is the 50 scrolls? Tomorrow. I believe it is tomorrow that everyone was saying with the 50 scrolls. I think here I gotta go. It's gonna be a walk around, but April 16th, so we got what, a couple more days? 2 more days? Depending on your time. Might be, I think here to be 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Yeah, that'll be very, very cool. So you figure 7 accounts, 50 scrolls each. That's 350 scrolls. Definitely nice. I'll take it. I usually do Tuesday and Thursday normally, so that concludes, look at that, cleaned it all out. The Ancient Ruins completely finished. The Far Frontier. I like that one because you get the drape so we can actually add some more artifacts to the collection. But that one we will have to save for another time. Got quite a few more gems here though. Not enough to level up yet. We'll get Belinda a little bit better gear. I think that might be about it. Maybe Lucius? There we go. I'll go through and level up all their gear and everything in a little bit. So we should be all set to push the campaign, hopefully get past 12. Actually, let me pop Shamir in the front. Yeah, 50 scrolls are coming. They said 50 scrolls is coming. Yep, 16th of April. It's very cool to see anytime they give anytime they do a giveaway like that. Are we gonna stuck with a maybe? Oh, we got him down. Look at that. 12 ascended heroes. I'd probably say right around there, 10. What actually will put Belinda? Yeah, so you figure when you got about 12 ascended heroes, you pretty much have, at that point, your core heroes leveled up. Have a good night, Marty. Yeah. Yeah, I've talked to Sushi quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, 12 ascended heroes, you have 2 full 5-person teams plus 2 people to rotate, or even a lot of heroes to rotate here in the campaign. So once you have 12 ascended, focusing everything on the Stargazer to add a lot of the more rare heroes like Taylene, twins. There's so many heroes that'll help a lot in the campaign. I think it will be 150. I think they're just doing it's 5 days, 10 days, or 10 scrolls a day, or it might just be 50. I think it's only 50 is what they said on the Facebook page. Two, I've heard that Oscar's really good in PvP, that he's really bad in the campaign. That if you're looking for a hero that you're going to use more utility outside of PvP, then he's not a good hero. But on the other hand, I heard Cecilia is very, very strong in the campaign because of the burst damage that she does, similar to Athalia. She does a very, very high burst damage, which is good. Yeah, so they just apologized for Yukio, saying, I'm sorry. Well, they did that release saying they weren't going to be pay to win, and then they come out with a hero you have to buy, which doesn't make sense. I mean, that's literally just against what they said that they weren't going to do. I need 2 legendary plus heroes, and I make 2 heroes ascended, Nara and Scrag. 2 awesome heroes, Motaz. Nara and Scrag are super powerful. I love Scrag. I've never ever built him till I started the Mauler account, and now that I have, he's just the way he bulldozes over heroes is just crazy. Yeah, Cecilia too in Riz. Huge amount of burst damage, which is good. What do you think is the best hero? Hands down, it's Taylene for the campaign. For a lot of boss fights, it's Taylene. Her utility is through the roof because she's a super powerful hero. A super powerful healer. Her skill set is just, it's kind of crazy. The combination of her abilities. I think here if we could have some CC, I wonder if... I've cheesed it a couple times with this because I want to try to keep Rowan alive. Oh, but she went on Sophia instead. That's okay, we kept Rowan alive. But only for a second. I was hoping we could get Rowan to ult there, dropping in Sophia. Might have worked though, but we're not going to have enough to get through his... Look at that whirlwind. Absolutely devastated. No, and I think even with that is they should change that. I mean, honestly. Tailene is good, but she really needs... Yeah, her SI is the big thing. And I mean, if you have Tailene already at Mythic, you should probably already have signature items pretty high. Is it better to Stargaze a Celestial Hyper till Ascended before moving to the next one, or to Mythic? Tin, it really depends on the hero. Honestly, because a hero like Tailene really has to shine when she has her signature item. And when you get her higher, a hero like Twins, all you really need is the signature item. Even if they're not fully ascended, you'll still do very, very well with them being even lower than ascended level. I mean, the Twin signature item is really powerful as well because it increases their survivability through the roof. But again, you don't need it for the hero to be, or you don't need them ascended for it to be super effective, because they'll do pretty well without it. I have Rowan, Lucius, Falk Splendid, and Estrilda ascended. Should I do Rose now? Yeah, in that combination, Rosaline, because Rose is one you'll use for, again, a lot of stages, similar to Rowan and the Twins. You'll use them for a lot of different stages. There's just so much utility. Is that trying to... No, too gay. Every time that I've seen her or used her, even on my main account, I believe I have her ascended, she dies. And even if you look at her signature item, her build, she's meant to die. She's a hero that goes out if she gets to ult, which most of the time she doesn't get to. Ultimately, you want her to die to launch her her massive AoE damage, which doesn't kind of make sense because you don't want your hero to die. Yeah, Cecilia is good. That's why I said Cecilia I've heard really good things about, where Oscar I have not. A lot of people are saying Oscar's not the best. So let's go ahead. We got enough for one more summons. And this is what I do. Go back, look at that double elite. Maybe a Rose and a Pharrell. Look at that pull. Oh, very, very nice. Doesn't help me with needing more fodder, but it does give me another copy of Pharrell and another copy of Rose. So that gives us Pharrell and Pharrell, which is good. Nara and Nara. So again, no food. It doesn't help with food there. And then we got Rose and Rose. So again, we just need a lot of fodder. We're getting really lucky with the pulls, really lucky with the heroes. I know that pull was kind of crazy. But like I said, it doesn't help with fodder at all. Because we still don't have anyone. We even pulled Orthos, and we got a copy of the Twins from the last event. So very, very cool. Ended on a very good note with a double pull. And there we do have Isolde, the Forgotten Champion. He's good, but he has to scale a lot. And the problem is his signature item. He has to be using his ult when an enemy's slain, which is a lot of RNG, because if he uses it before and then someone dies, you don't get anything. Is the reason I'm not a big fan of him. So overall, we'll just continue to level up. I want to max out Chimera first because she is going to be our carry. So we pushed all the way through from what, 12-1 or 12-2 all the way to 12-30. Quite a few stages. Finished that Peaks of Time. We finished the King's Tower, or pushed a lot more in the King's Tower. We did, I think, 4 summons or 5 summons. So we got 50 scrolls coming. So if I do my streaming on Thursday, it will be with the 50 scrolls. Unfortunately for the event, it is free to play, and I will keep it free to play. just like I promised you guys in the beginning. So we will not make a purchase. So unfortunately, I can't get these last 3 chests here, which would be awesome. Got everything else though. And I did pull, here I got a copy of Shamira. When I pulled the red chest, I went with Shamira because that's, again, who we're building right now. Still have 2 more days here. So I'm hoping we can pull 1 more set out of here, which would be awesome for the amplifying emblems. But that will conclude it for the live stream for tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. Always awesome to live stream. Love chatting with everyone. Definitely pushing the free-to-play account. We are almost to VIP 5. I think almost to 5. 6 is the big one. 6 is the extra guild bosses, which is absolutely awesome. More team bounty quests. The skip battle feature is great for the arena. Autofill and auto dispatch is the biggest thing that I love, and the quick battles. So VIP 6 is where we're going. Javid said 5 months. So I'm still holding him to that because where we're going to be progressing. So again, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for all the love and everything on the channel, all the comments. Thank you guys for helping in chat. I know trying to read and play kind of gets a little crazy when they're coming through. So everyone have a good night. Be safe out there. I know it's kind of crazy as everyone is still in quarantine. I've been home for a week now, and I'll be home all next week, quarantined. So very, very cool. So have a good night. Be safe. And as always, thank you for watching.